Okay, I'm really sorry, but we need to talk about Climatiqueen. This episode was insane, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, it was really good. But one thing I really want to focus on is Adrien's codependency on Marinette. Like, it's very much deep to me. Now, before we dive in, if you want, give this video a like. And without further ado, let's begin. So let's rewind a bit. Back to season 5, back to the finale. We know that Gabriel Agreste is gone, deceased. Adrien left behind grieving a man who completely controlled his life. Gabriel dictated everything. Modeling, Chinese lessons, fencing, you can probably name it. Adrien never really had the freedom to just be himself, and now for the first time ever, Adrien isn't under that control anymore. But that doesn't make things suddenly okay. He's grieving, not just for the loss of his father, but what really could have been a real father and son relationship, because let's be honest, Gabriel was emotionally distant, borderline abusive, and truly was never there for Adrien. The world sees Gabriel as a hero, someone who has now sacrificed everyone to save everyone. Adrien is stuck. He feels like he can be angry, but he's grieving someone who caused him immense pain. Adrien can't talk about it, he can't process it correctly, and that's a lot of emotional weight for one person to carry. So like a few weeks ago, I made this video talking about how I felt like Adrien's character lacked in development, mainly because I felt like how he was struggling with his identity, and this episode, Climatiqueen, shows that so clearly. Adrien's trying to find a hobby, something that isn't tied to his father's decisions, because for so long, every choice was made for him. In this episode, we see him running. But why running? Because it's symbolic. Running becomes a metaphor for escape. Because in the end of the episode, we see Adrien look at his house. A house filled with loss, grief, and anger. And what does he do? He runs. He runs from the place that holds so much pain for him. When Adrien runs, he's searching for that finish line, maybe without realizing it. He wants closure, he wants freedom, he wants to stop feeling lost, but I don't even think Adrien fully understands why he's running. But he does it anyways. But running also gives you something else, a finish line. When Adrien runs, he's searching for that finish line, maybe without realizing it. He wants closure, he wants freedom, he wants to stop feeling lost, but I don't even think Adrien fully understands why he's running. But he does it anyways. When Adrien was grieving the death of his father, Marinette was there. She was the one who gave him the rings in the season 5 finale. So the question is, why does Adrien feel so emotionally attached to Marinette? It's not just because they're in love, it's because Marinette has been the only person in his life who has consistently shown up for him, especially in moments where he needed it the most. When Adrien struggles to rediscover himself and who he truly is and what he enjoys, the first person he turns to is Marinette. She has always been his safe place, the person he trusts when everything feels uncertain, and while that sounds cute on the surface, there is a deeper issue within it. Adrien's codependency on Marinette. Because the truth is, Marinette has become a stand-in for emotional stability that Adrien never had growing up. Gabriel controlled every part of Adrien's life, what he wore, what he did, who he could be. Adrien never had space to make choices for himself, and so now, without that control, he feels lost, and naturally, he turns to the one person who has always been there to help him. But Marinette can't be that for him, that's not her role, and if Adrien continues to define his identity through her, through what she thinks, what she suggests, that's not really discovering himself. He's just replacing one form of control with another, even if this one just comes with love. One thing I really love about Climatiqueen is that it acknowledges this. Marinette, as supporting and loving that she is, she sets a boundary. She tells Adrien that he needs to be the one to figure out who he wants on his own, that his passions, his choice, his sense of self can't be rooted in her. Real love, healthy love requires independency, not dependency. Adrien's codependency on Marinette is not about love or even emotional resilience. It's about fear, especially the fear of abandonment. Think back to season 4. During that season, we see Adrien's abandonment issues clear as day. We see him feel insecure when it comes to his relationship with Ladybug because of their miscommunication at the time. While Ladybug probably thought of a small issue, she actually did not realize of how much that actually affected him. He felt replaced, unseen, like she did not care, which, let it be known, was not the case. But when you grow up with emotional neglect, when both of your parents have intentionally or unintentionally kept you at arm's length, your brain is wired to expect abandonment. It doesn't even matter of how much someone loves you. If they pull away, even a little, your survival instincts kicked in. You start spiraling, you start assuming the worst, and that's what we saw with Adrien during season 4. The shift in his relationship with Ladybug was triggered by those deep-rooted fears. It was not just about feeling left out about superhero missions, it was a terror of losing someone that he deeply depended on. Not because he's selfish, not because he's dramatic, but he's afraid. I'm going to wrap it up here because I've been writing the script for a good 2 whole days, but if you really enjoyed this video, I'll make another one talking about Marinette. and her character in season 6 because I have a lot to talk about and I really like her character this season. So I want to focus on her character, what could possibly be her arc this season. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and maybe give it a subscribe if you want, of course. But also, like, thank you so much for the support recently. I love every single one of you guys, and so this is my cue out, so bye.